Today, we opened up membership to the REVOLU group. But I want to be able to talk about some questions people may have about what to expect over here and about communities. Um, Over here, some various different things that we think it is about the children, and I think a lot of communities forget about the children, and a lot of people forget about their own children. People here hugging trees and kissing leaves and things like that when they need to hug and kiss their. So that becomes a serious problem that over here we're a problem with solutions. We get people back in tune with pouring into their own children or their own child. Because I feel like when you pour into your child, you become like a better person. Anybody knows that, but people should know that when you were not a parent, you did certain things, right? It's real selfish on certain things, or you may did whatever lifestyle that you had or whatever. But once you dedicated and value your child, once it was here, you put time and energy into their growth and development, you became a better person. And I believe that's what the you does. We call the you the universe. That's what the you does. It gives you immense spiritual power to continue to be a better person. So when you pour into your child, a lot of things that's life, you know what I'm saying, may change to be way, way better to allow you these opportunities to pour into your children. The children is a very, very big, big thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, Also, we provide, documentation, you know what I'm saying, of the things that we do. Now, me, personally, you know what I mean, I started off with my son. If you look at what I've done online or whatever, you see me with my son all the time. And I pour into him every day into his greatness. And I feel like in order to change certain how people say you have to be the change. So I am the change. I am showing every day consistently how I am when it comes to my viewpoint when we deal with the children inside Revolut, and how I feel like people should deal with the children in every community across the world, especially in the black community. Our revolutionized version of the parents. So when the parents um, remember like what their parents didn't do for them, right? Because every kid grow up with stuff that they wish they had from their parents, right? Blame these parents for every single thing, but when we become older, we start looking back and reflecting back. I had this. I wish my father would have spent more time with me. I wish my mother would have did this and did that. So I think as parents now, we need to look at that and we need to revolutionize. And I think that what we need to do is we have to be able to change the way parenting was back with our parents and change it to something much. If our parents didn't do certain things with us, we don't repeat that cycle over here. What we do is we just change it. We do everything opposite in that aspect, like because it caused us traumas. So we don't want to be able to cause our children traumas by repeating the same behavioral patterns and stuff that our parents bestowed upon us. So children is one of get involved with DOH and Revolut, they have to understand the elders here are not going to be looking at the women sexual objects. Are not trying to be able to. They're not trying to be able to be in any type of relationship with them like that, because a lot of these women that I've talked to and stuff, they are dealing with some serious sexual abuse, childhood trauma shit. And a lot of it came from their own fathers. A lot of it came from their friends' fathers, boyfriends, a lot of different types of things, right? It came from men who were in like an authority situation. That their authority as an abuse of power situation and coerce some of those women now when they were children into having sex when they wasn't ready. Provide an atmosphere where that does not happen. That's why I'm very, very selective on the males, because I've done an experiment. I brought males around, certain females and shit, and automatically them up like, man, sexy, man. I feel like I got a spiritual connection to her and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, come on, man, you don't have a spiritual connection, right? You don't. So it becomes a problem because a lot of people and a lot of males I've seen try to use astrology, use spirituality as a way of having sex with females in these communities. We just look and observe what they do in so many different communities, right? And we look at the results of it. And then we look at it over here like, how can we change that shit so it doesn't affect us over here? How can we be better than those people over there, because we're really about healing the woman to that shit. And if you, and I'm, like I said, I am the change. When you see me constantly empowering women, constantly talking to them about different things, constantly giving out information to help them build their own empires, constantly talking about how they need to look within themselves and find their arts and their skills and their talents and their God purpose, so they won't be codependent on a male for survival, or if they have children, they don't have to be codependent. It's to keep that crown on their head, you know. So I am that change. I am that example, and you will see it in my behavior. And I've been consistent with it for years. So it's really about healing. You know, it's really about women coming here and being able to voice who they are. You know what I mean? We allow women to come in and be like, hey, this is what happened to me. We don't have no judgment towards it. We don't ridicule them. We don't tell them what they are. We don't tell them what they should be. We don't tell them what they should believe in. We don't do none of that. I think that is a disgrace to humanity. I really think that is really a bad thing. I don't think you can heal anybody when you do that. Instead, what we do is we provide solutions. For an example, you know, girl named Samantha comes in and she starts talking about stuff that happened to her or whatever like that, and she started talking about what she want to be able to do in her life. Now, let me stop there. That's one of the most important things. We look at, what do you want to be able to do? That's the main thing. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You're going to already know that, right? And I'm going to talk to you about it, and then you're going to tell me. So we need to figure out, what is it that you want to do? And then we provide solutions and strategies to get you to exactly where you want to be. But first, we need you to understand what your gift is, and we need you to understand what it is that you actually want to do, and you really want to do that shit. We don't tell people what they should be, right? At all. You know, I really think that's really harmful for the healing. See, healing is one of the main, besides the children, right? Healing the woman is one of the main important things, right? Because when you heal the woman, you protect the child. And if you pour into the child is able to protect the parent. A lot of times it's the woman, it's not the father. A lot of times the fathers be abandoning their kids a lot. So they'll be able to protect their mother. Now let me say that again. The children, you pour into the children, they'll be able to grow and be strong and be able to protect their moms, right? You pour, healing into the woman, she'll be able to be strong enough to protect her child. See, a lot of women who are broken or who are hurt, they abandon their children. They don't spend time with their children the way they want to do, which affects the growth and development. And then they create excuses as to why they don't have to do it. Like, I've seen a lot of people in spiritual communities and stuff out hugging trees and out kissing, leaves and shit like that. I'm like, you didn't create that, but you created that child. That child needs that hug. Your own child needs that hug right now, but you rather hug a tree. Your own child needs that kiss on the cheek, but you rather kiss a leaf. Your own child needs you to talk to them and talk to them about their gifts and talk to them about these skills and actually help them do it, but they rather talk to a tree and think that the tree is talking to them back, when your child is the one who should be talking back to you and be able to help you understand what their gifts are and what they want to be able to do. And this is just all like what I observed in research and looking at. So when I built REVOLU, when I built, DOH, I had to look at it like, what will empower the women? That was the objective. Save the woman. You save that woman, man, you protect them kids. You save that woman, we be able to create a new balance and a new harmony in this world. Men have destroyed this world. Men have destroyed this planet, and we have normalized all the wars and all the deaths and all that type of stuff because women don't have the power or the immense power that they deserve in order to create a balance. There should be a balance. There's no balance right now. You know what I mean? So there should be a supreme balance. There should be more males helping women build their own empires and be able to pour more into the children. And those are the main things, like right there, what I just discussed, as people understanding what REVOLU is about. Healing the woman and pouring into the child, or pouring into the children. And we look at it from a multicultural standpoint.